Welcome back. Stick It to Cancer was started by the Fargo High School hockey community in 2010 to help local families with expenses associated with the treatment of cancer and other serious illnesses or injuries.
Stephanie Astrup, Stick It to Cancer chair, and also Janet Westerholm join us this morning to talk a little bit about this upcoming event. And Stephanie, we're going to talk to you in a minute, but I wanted to first start with Jana and your own personal story that kind of has touched you. Can you tell us why you're involved in this?
Yeah, well, our son Henrik was diagnosed with leukemia in December of last year, and we had quite the battle. We definitely were in for more than we thought, and we had treatment that just kept getting upgraded, and the cancer wasn't leaving his body, and then it ended up in a Mayo, a trip to Rochester at Mayo for a bone marrow transplant. So we had a fundraiser that Steph organized, and it was just in time for a send-off to Mayo because we just needed tons of support. It was a whole year off of work and off of taking life off just to treat this cancer and get it gone. So, and we did, and the fundraising and lend a hand and everything was extremely helpful during that time.
And just people are seeing some pictures on their screen right now. Can you just explain a little bit about what they're seeing there?
This is at the was it the fundraiser? The Lend a Hand Up held a kind of a dinner for everyone that has received their boost funding to come and join in a few months ago. That was. And
Stephanie, this is just exactly stories like this and pictures of children like this really, you know, get to you. They grab your heart.
Yeah.
Is this why you're involved? And tell us a little bit more about how Stick It to Cancer even works.
100%. So how I got involved last year, I did some helping with Stick It to Cancer. I have a son that plays hockey, and knowing what the hockey community has done with Stick It to Cancer and Lend a Hand Up. Lend a Hand Up is an organization that donates 100% of their proceeds to boost benefits in those in need with a medical crisis. So Henrik was somebody I didn't know, but my son is really good friends with their relative, and so I wanted to help out the Westerholms, and realistically Henrik is what brought me to really want to help Lend a Hand Up do what they do, because so many people don't realize how much they donate. And Stick It to Cancer is actually raised over the last 9 years, this is our 9th annual, $147,000. So then matched, we're at about $294,000+ just right here in the community. So.
And it's so important, you touched on this a little bit, to have that support. It's not just financial, although that's huge. This whole community rallying around you.
Yeah.
How important was that to your family?
It was huge. I mean, I just can't imagine going through this without that. And, you know, you try to look at the positive sides of this horrible year that we had, and that was one of them, just this amazing support and seeing not only a place to give back and finding a need that we just would have never known about before, but just knowing just feeling that love and feeling prayers and love from everyone in the community, and just living in this amazing Fargo-Moorhead area, it made a big difference. Yes.
And so with this, all the high schoolers are involved in the area, is that right?
Yeah. So this is kind of cool. So all these teams come, and they're usually battling and, you know, working against each other, but this actually brings them all together. They're competing for the same cause. It's going to be at the Shields Arena tomorrow night starting at 5. There's 4 games. Silent auction, we have bake sale, we have 50-50, we have root beer floats, all sorts of stuff. And this t-shirt actually is 100% of the proceeds go to Lend a Hand Up, and they are for sale at the door, so you can get in free with the Stick It to Cancer t-shirt. And it's going to be a super fun night. Bring the kids and have a good time.
Yeah, family friendly, get the whole crew together.
Yep.
I love it. Thank you so much for what you guys are doing.
Thanks.
Coming up on today's show, singing, dancing, a silent auction, and much more are coming up at a local high school, and it's all for a great cause. We'll have the details coming up next.